Are you frustrated knowing that the care you provide is outstanding and endorsed by medical authorities, yet not enough PCPs refer to you? If so, this micro webinar is for you. Hey, it's Tim from ChiroUp, and I wanted to talk to you about a strategy that we use in our office to boost PCP referrals. When we see studies like this from Annals of Internal Medicine that say basically stop prescribing medication and start prescribing chiropractic as a clinical practice guideline, our referrals from MDs go up instantly. No, mine neither. Because unfortunately, although MDs are aware of this information, they're also aware of their personal experience of seeing our failures. You see, our success stories don't go anywhere. When something in our office works, the patient doesn't go back to their PCP. And when something in the PCP's office works, they don't come to see us. So unfortunately, we trade failures and we develop a biased opinion of what works and what doesn't. You and I know that chiropractic works, and we need to make it our role to make sure that MDs see what we do works. The reason that we know why MDs don't refer is a couple of years ago, we visited dozens of PCP offices. We took them lunch and we asked them, why would you not refer? We got to hear their responses, and they were divided into basically two big categories. Number one, they didn't understand what we do. And number two, they had a lack of trust because they heard about failed cases, they heard about side effects, questionable practices, and overutilization. Now, those problems are also opportunities, and we can change that into an opportunity with two ChiroUp tools, the PCP Initial Report and the PCP Release Report. Let's start with the PCP Initial Report. Number one, this explains what we do. It establishes communication, and it's really easy to deliver. When you're creating your condition report for a given patient, simply make sure there's a healthcare provider. Choose the appropriate healthcare provider. If you need to add that one to the database, you can, and then send the report. And what comes out is this, a report that says, I'm seeing your patient, here's what's wrong, here's my care plan, and here's what I expect in the future. This opens up that line of communication and starts to let the PCP know, we know what we're talking about and we're on your team. We're not here to take over the care, we're here to co-manage. The other thing that we need to do is to send out a release report, because remember that PCP is only seeing our failures. The way that we can change that is making sure they see every one of our successes. And that's incredibly easy to do. To create a release report, you go into the patient file, you click on their communication tab, and then down at the bottom, click Update Release Report. That's step number one. Step number two is click Create Release Report. If you'd like to create an interim report because the care is not done, you can do that as well. But in this case, the release report, and then simply fill in the number of treatments and their current percent improvement. Once you hit Generate, you'll have an editable template that says, here's what happened to the patient. This template has everything needed to change a PCP's attitude. It comes out branded on your letterhead, and it can be customized to any verbiage that you want. And this is basically what it says. The synopsis of this letter says, the patient is improving. Here's what I did. I'm releasing them from care. And this dispels the myth of having a failed case. This case wasn't failed. They're much better. They're 100% better. This dispels the myths of side effects. They've responded favorably. There's nothing that went wrong. It dispels the myths of questionable practices. These aren't questionable. It's manipulation, modalities, myofascial release, and exercise, the things that you already know. And it's not overutilization. The patient's been treated 9 times, and at this point, they're being released to an as-needed basis. This report changes problems into opportunities. It takes away the issues that are preventing PCPs from referring and allows you to become the provider of choice. If you'd like to see any additional information about how to implement these PCP reports, just go into the Help Juice, the useful resources, and search for PCP. You'll be able to see all of the resources. It'll bring up the entire template and slate of assets that you can use to make this happen in your office. I hope that is something that you'll implement right away. If you can imagine a world where every PCP sees every success story in every chiropractic office, that means we have a different future. You and I can make that happen together, and it's as simple as creating an initial report and a release report. I hope that this information helps you build your practice, boost your PCP referrals, and most of all, thank you for being part of our network.